Hi everyone, I am feeling so cozy today and I'm so excited to sit down to film an easy everyday winter makeup tutorial. This is perfect for colder months and all the products that I'm going to be using are all affordable or from the drugstore, which is really exciting. When I think winter makeup, I think something hydrated, something glowy, something really effortless, chic, and almost ethereal. That's where my mind always goes. So that's what we're gonna be doing today. We're gonna start off with complexion. I of course wanted to use my e.l.f. Halo Glow liquid filter. This is just gonna give the most beautiful glow underneath my foundation. It gives a tiny bit of coverage, but I like to use it mostly as a primer product. I just think it's so pretty. So I'm focusing this on the high points of the face, or the outer portions of the face, I guess I should say, just so that when light hits my face, we get a nice glowy reflect on the cheekbones and down the center of the face as well. So that's where I'm focusing most of the product and then just kind of blending the rest out. For a winter foundation, I thought this would be perfect. It's one of my favorites and it's so affordable and just really makes your skin look and feel healthy. This is the Bourjois Healthy Mix Foundation. This is the shade Rose Ivory. Just gonna give it a shake. I'm gonna do one pump on the back of my hand and I'm just gonna use that same brush that we were just using with the e.l.f. Halo Glow. And I'm gonna apply this all over the face, focusing on the areas that I want a little more coverage. So for me, it's on the cheeks. I'm just using my Haley's Beauty brush to blend everything out. I already feel like my skin looks so hydrated and healthy with that combo. This is exactly what I was hoping for. I'm just making sure to press that into the skin using my sponge. The concealer I wanted to use is my favorite from the drugstore. It's the NYX Bare With Me Serum Concealer. What's new? I feel like I've used this in every video this year, but honestly for good reason. It's so amazing and it's so great for underneath the eyes. It's hydrating, but it also has a great amount of coverage. It doesn't budge around throughout the day, so I just feel like it's perfect for all year, but especially winter when my skin's feeling a little bit more dry from the cold weather. So I'm just pressing that in to the under eye area, and I'm gonna take what's left on the back of my hand and use it over any blemishes. But I'm not trying to have like perfectly flawless skin since it's an everyday look. So I'm just adding a bit of coverage to wherever I feel like needs just a boost of coverage. Now we are going to set the face. I'm gonna use the Haley's Beauty Retouch Soft Focus Setting Powder. This is in the shade Translucent Fair. I love how smoothing this powder is. It's so beautiful. So I'm just gonna go ahead and set the under eye area. I'm gonna set the eyelids with my small brush. Oh, I'm getting fluffs all over. I also like to set the T-zone with my small brush as well. And then I take my slightly larger powder brush, and I do like to set the cheeks. I just use a little bit. I don't want my skin to look dry on the outer parts of the face, but I also don't want my face to lose any coverage throughout the day, so I always like to lock it in with a little bit of powder. Even though it's winter, we still want to look healthy, so I'm all about bronzer. I'm going to be taking my L'Oreal Infallible Fresh Wear Bronzer. This is in the shade 200 Fair. And we're just gonna use this to warm up the entire face. So I'm taking this into the hairline, along the cheeks, jawline, and then down the neck. I'm also gonna take a little bit and just kind of throw it into the crease of my eye. I like to do this just with my fluffy bronzer brush when I'm kind of in a bit of a rush, or if it's like an everyday look and I'm just kind of using products all over the face like this. It's just a nice way to create a little bit of depth there without having to use any other product or brush. So I really like to do that. Okay. Just gonna blend that out with my other brush. This is what's left on the powder brush, just so everything looks super blended. Ooh, things are really coming together. I wanted to dip into a classic. This is an old favorite of mine, the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter. I just think it's so beautiful for every day, but especially in the winter time when I just want my skin to look really, really healthy. This is such a beautiful formula. If you didn't want to use a powder highlight, you could use the e.l.f. Halo Glow on top of the high points of the face, but when I'm in a rush, I like to use all powder products. I just feel like they blend out a little easier, and then we can like rehydrate and get rid of any excess powder at the end with a setting spray. So that's what I prefer to do. I'm gonna fill in the brows with my favorite brow pencil from the drugstore. This one's the Milani Precision Brow Pencil. It's absolutely incredible. This is actually one of my favorite brow pencils, period, like high-end and drugstore included. It's just so wonderful, and I love the shade. This one is Espresso. It's just so nice. I'm obsessed with it. I almost forgot. I realized I wanted to use a brightening powder under the eyes. Now this is kind of an extra step, so if you're short on time, then you could skip this, but I wanted to use the MOIRA Set and Correct Finishing Powder. This is in the shade 200, and it has just the prettiest brightening tones for my skin tone. They have several different shades, but the shade 200 works best for me. I'm just gonna take a little bit of this. I'm just gonna apply it to the under eye area to really add a bit more brightness there. I hope you can see that. It's really not anything super obvious. It's not too intense, but to me, it adds just enough brightness to the under eyes that if I do have the time, it's worth it to apply. I'm applying it down the center of the face as well, just a little bit. And then I'm gonna go over that with my sponge just to make sure there's no excess powder. Okay, now we're gonna do a quick eye look. I really wanted to use my MOIRA I'm Falling For You eyeshadow palette. This color story is absolutely a dream. And honestly, I feel like it could work all year round. It's kind of like a spring color story as well, but I do feel like for winter, some of these like champagne colors are so perfect. So we're gonna use this today. Starting out with this shade right here called In Love, I'm just gonna take this on a fluffy brush, and I'm gonna sweep a little bit of this into the crease to create a bit of definition. I'm obsessed with this color, it's so pretty. If you didn't want to use pinks on the eyes for every day, you could just use your bronzer and throw that in the crease as well. Whatever floats your boat if you're following along. I'm taking that same color and just pinching the brush and applying it to the lower lash line. Now I'm gonna go into the shade For You. This is just a really pretty champagne golden color. I'm gonna use this all over the lid as my entire lid color. I just think there's something really pretty about a nice frosted lid in winter. You could do something more glittery than this. You could do something less intense, but I really wanted to just do a nice metallic shadow in a champagne tone, just to add a little winter dreaminess to the eyes. Same thing on this eye. And I'm taking the brush that we used with the color in the transition shade and just kind of sweeping through the crease so that it blends together really seamlessly. Now, normally I would put the same shimmer shade on the lower lash line, but I'm kind of liking how it looks with just pop of shimmer on like the lid. I'm taking what's left on my finger and I am applying a bit to the inner corner. But other than that, I think I like how it looks, so I'm just gonna leave it. I'm gonna sweep away any fallout under the eyes using the brush I was using for under eye powder. And then we're gonna go into mascara. I'm still obsessed with this one from the drugstore, the Maybelline Lash Sensational. It's just so good, I love it. So I'm gonna apply this to the top and bottom lashes. This is one of my favorite everyday mascaras in general. The fact that it's drugstore makes it that much better. So I'm just gonna apply this to the top and bottom lashes. I love this eye look. It's so easy. It was literally 2 shades, but I think it looks so fresh and it would honestly go with any outfit. And it especially looks cute with like fuzzy clothes. I don't know. That's how I feel anyway. All right, we're gonna move on to blush. This is my favorite blush from the drugstore for winter because it's a cool toned blush and it's so beautiful from Flower Beauty. This is an iconic blush in my collection. I love it so much. I've used this for years. This is the shade Sweet Pea in the Flower Pots formula. It's just so good. I'm gonna apply this to the apples of the cheeks. Look how nicely that matches the eye look. Oh, so pretty. And I'm not being shy with the blush. I never am, but especially in winter, I think it's cute to have a little bit more blush. I don't know, I just love it. Imagine a makeup look like this with like a cute beanie too. Come on, be darling, I would love it. Okay, I'm gonna wipe off any foundation that got on the lips, and I'm gonna go into a lip liner. This is the NYX lip pencil in the shade Natural. I'm gonna use this as a lipstick. I love doing this for every day because it allows me to kind of add a bit of structure to the lips, but then also if I'm in a rush, I just fill in the entire lip with the lip liner and then press it in with my finger and I have like a lip liner and a lipstick situation going on. This color is so pretty. I don't feel like it's too over the top. It kind of has like a pink undertone. There's a little bit of peach in there. It just works with every look. I did want to add a wintry frosty gloss, so I wanted to use my Essence Extreme Shine Gloss. This one is in the shade Gold Dust. It's so pretty. Look at this. It's got the most beautiful like frosty golden sheen with a little hint of pink in there. I think this is gonna be stunning with a look like this. And you don't have to use a gloss that has this frosty of a finish, but I just figured for winter, why not? Okay, we're gonna assess the situation. I'm gonna take what's left on the bronzer brush and just kind of warm things up on the forehead as usual. Drag it down the neck too. And I really like how everything else looks. I don't think I wanna add any more highlight. I'm taking what's left on the blush brush and adding a tiny bit more, but I think we're ready to set the face, and this is where we add even more hydration. This is one of my favorite setting sprays. It's from Neutrogena. It's the hydrating setting spray. It's absolutely divine. So we're gonna spray this all over the face. Doing a little extra today, just for that boost of hydration. And then once it's almost dry, I like to take my sponge and just press that down into the skin. And you can see how it kind of adds a bit more glow to the complexion. It locks everything in place, adds a bit more hydration, and just makes everything look more fresh. Cute! Oh, I love this look. We're gonna set the brows with my favorite brow gel from the drugstore from Milani. It's just called the Clear Brow Gel. It's so good. And we're gonna lock the brows in place using this. And there you have it, folks. That is an easy everyday winter tutorial using all affordable makeup. Honestly, if I wasn't chatting through this, I could do this in probably 10 minutes or less, depending on how fast I was working. It's so easy to do. I think it looks so chic and perfect for winter time. I kind of love incorporating a little bit of frostiness. I don't know. I'm not sure if I'm all the way into the frosty thing yet. I've seen it kind of like trending again. Kind of like how the trends are all going through the 90s right now. And so we've had like the more grungy 90s situation, like the supermodel 90s trends as well with hair and makeup. And like now I'm seeing more like frosty things, which is kind of fun. And again, I'm not sure if I'm like full frost, but this is like half frost and I can do this, you know? It's not too over the top for me. It's still wearable. I don't think it like washes me out or anything. So I think it's the perfect everyday look for winter. I hope this was helpful to you guys. I hope you enjoyed seeing this tutorial and I hope you love it as much as I do. If you haven't joined the family yet, I would love for you to do so. Just hit the subscribe button, and then after you subscribe, if you want to be notified every single time I post a video, just click on the notifications bell and then you won't miss a video from me. That's it for me today. I feel so cute in this makeup look and I feel cozy. I don't know. I want to drink a cup of hot chocolate and watch a winter movie, you know? That's the vibe that I'm in right now. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing day wherever you are, and I will see you in my next video. Love you. Bye.